Recently, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs CBIC has notified a new condition which needs to be satisfied for availing input tax credit on your purchases under GST. Today let's talk about it. Hello and welcome. This change is related to input tax credit under GST and this was proposed in Budget 2021 which has now been made applicable from 1st January 2022. With this amendment, GSTR 2B would now become indispensable. In other words, you will be able to claim input tax credit on your purchases only when the transaction appears in your GSTR 2B, even though you satisfy other specified conditions. GSTR 2B is a statement of input tax credit. We'll discuss more about it shortly. If you haven't already, you may subscribe to my channel for more videos on GST, income tax, tally, etc. In this video, let's understand what exactly is this change, how does it impact GST registered persons who are availing input tax credit on their purchases, and what action can be taken by you as a buyer or recipient so that you don't end up losing any input tax credit which you are otherwise eligible to claim. This new condition would be applicable with effect from 1st January 2022. It is given under Section 16, Subsection 2, Clause AA of CGST Act 2017. First, let me read the clause for you. The details of the invoice or debit note referred to in Clause A has been furnished by the supplier in the Statement of Outward Supplies, and such details have been communicated to the recipient of such invoice or debit note in the manner specified under Section 37. Before we decode this new condition, first, let us understand what are the existing conditions to avail input tax credit. First, buyer or recipient to possess tax invoice or debit note. Then, goods or services should have been received by the buyer or recipient. The supplier should have paid tax to the government. Buyer or recipient should have filed GST return. In addition to these existing conditions, now a new condition has been added, that is, the supplier should have filed GST return, that is GSTR1, so that the transaction appears in GSTR 2B for the buyer or recipient. If you would like to know more about GSTR1, you may consider watching my earlier video. Now let us understand what is this GSTR 2B. GSTR 2B is an auto-generated statement of input tax credit. It is based on GSTR1 filed by suppliers. For importers, it would be generated on the basis of transactions on the iSCATE portal. That is, say if you import some goods, then you would be paying customs duty on iSCATE portal. So such transactions would be considered for the purpose of GSTR 2B. This GSTR 2B can be viewed online or it can be downloaded from the GST portal. This is generated on 12th of subsequent month. Let's say you have made purchases during September 2021. So your supplier is required to file GSTR1 for September 2021. Due date for September would be 11th October for monthly filers or 13th October for quarterly filers. Let's assume your supplier is a monthly filer and the GSTR1 is filed on 10th October 2021. If so, the transaction would appear in your GSTR2B on 12th October 2021. Now let's consider another scenario where your supplier has filed GSTR1 on 15th October 2021, in which case the transaction would appear in your GSTR2B on 12th November 2021. Let's now understand these conditions to avail input tax credit using a practical example. Let's say you hire a tax consultant to file your GST return for December 2021. The consultant charges you 5,000 per month plus GST at 18%. Let's say the consultant files your return on 18 January 2022 and issues invoice to you on 20th January 2022. Let's also assume that the consultant pays tax to the government on 18 February 2022. First, what are the existing conditions? You should have tax invoice, which you have in this case. Next, you have received service, that is, the consultant has filed your GST return. So you have satisfied the second condition. Then the consultant has paid tax to the government on 18 February. So the third condition is also satisfied. Then recipient should have filed GST return. This condition is also satisfied because your GST return was filed on 18 January 2022. Now let's assume the consultant files GSTR1 on 9 February 2022. So the new condition, that is the supplier should have filed GSTR1, that is also satisfied. Since the consultant has filed GSTR1 within the due date, the transaction would appear in your GSTR2B on 12 February 2022. For this particular transaction, you will be able to avail input tax credit in your GSTR3B for January 2022. If you would like to know more about GSTR3B, you may consider watching my earlier video. First, no more provisional credit of 5% of total ITC. As of now, let's assume your total input tax credit as per your GSTR2B is 1 lakh. So you will be able to avail 5% of provisional credit of the total ITC as per GSTR2B, that is 5% of 1 lakh in this case. The maximum ITC that you can claim is 1,05,000 even though some transaction does not appear in your GSTR2B. But with this new amendment, input tax credit that would be available with effect from 1st January 2022 would be only 1 lakh, that is whatever the value as per GSTR2B. In other words, this provisional credit of 5% will not be available anymore with effect from 1st January 2022. If the supplier does not file GSTR1, then the recipient will not be able to avail input tax credit. Let's assume you have purchased some goods and made payment to your supplier, but if your supplier does not file GSTR1, then you will not be able to avail input tax credit because the transaction would not appear in your GSTR2B. Even if the supplier files GSTR1, the transaction may not appear in your GSTR2B if incorrect GST identification number or GSTIN or some other GSTIN is mentioned in GSTR1 of the supplier, or if interstate supply is shown as intrastate supply or vice versa. Now, what action can be taken by you as a buyer or recipient so that you don't end up losing input tax credit that you are otherwise eligible to claim? First, choose suppliers who are regular in filing their GST returns. You can check the return filing status of the supplier on the GST portal using Search Taxpayer functionality. If you would like to know more about Search Taxpayer functionality, you may consider watching my earlier video. Verify supplier's tax invoice for any mismatch or error. At the time of purchase, when you receive tax invoice from your supplier, check if the GST identification number is properly mentioned. If the transaction is an interstate supply, ensure IGST is charged. If the transaction is an intrastate supply, ensure CGST and SGST or UTGST as applicable is charged. Prepare periodic reconciliation statements to check if all the transactions in your purchase register appears in your GSTR2B. And if there is any mismatch, follow up with your supplier to get it corrected. Set favorable payment terms, say 45-day or 60-day credit, so that your supplier gets sufficient time to file GSTR1 and then the transaction would appear in your GSTR2B. If you enjoyed this episode, you may like the video. You may spread knowledge by sharing this video with others. Thank you for watching.